They said the land didn't forgive weakness, and neither did people. The settler camp woke before sunrise, as it always did. Dust rose with the first footsteps, mixing with the smell of cattle sweat, burnt wood, and old hunger. Women moved quietly between tents, stirring pots, kneading dough, feeding children who already looked tired of life, and among them was Mary Hale. She stood near the fire, sleeves rolled up, hands dusted with flour, her body heavy, her back slightly bent, not from age, but from years of being looked at as less, too wide, too slow, too unwanted. Men passed her every day without seeing her. Women pitied her, then avoided her. Children whispered cruel truths they'd learned from adults. No one loves a fat girl, they said. Not softly, not kindly. Mary had learned to pretend she didn't hear. Her mother used to tell her, if God didn't make you beautiful, he must have made you useful. And Mary believed that with all her heart. So she cooked. She cooked like survival depended on it, because for her it did. Her bread was soft even in drought. Her stew warmed bones that had known only cold nights. Her hands worked with patience, as if each meal was an apology to the world for taking up space, yet no one ever thanked her. Until the day Ethan Cole rode into the settlement. The rancher wasn't young anymore. His shoulders were broad, his face weathered by sun and decisions that had cost him dearly. He owned the largest cattle land beyond the ridge, but people knew him not for his wealth, only for his silence. His wife had died years ago. His only son had followed soon after, and since then Ethan Cole trusted land more than people. The settlers whispered as he dismounted, "He's looking for a housekeeper. No woman stays long at his ranch. They say the place feels cursed." One by one, women stepped forward. Pretty women. Slim women. Women with practiced smiles and hopeful eyes. Mary stayed back. She always did. She knew how this went. The glances, the polite rejections, the unspoken no. Ethan studied the line quietly. His eyes weren't cruel, but they weren't warm either. He asked simple questions. "Can you work long hours?" "Yes, sir." "Can you handle isolation?" "Yes, sir." Then his gaze fell past the line. To Mary, she froze. Her heart thudded like a trapped bird. For a moment she hoped, then remembered better. He approached, boots crunching against gravel. "You," he said calmly. "Why aren't you standing with the others?" Her mouth went dry. Her voice trembled. "I didn't think you'd be interested, sir." "Why not?" She swallowed hard. The camp had gone silent. And then she whispered the truth that had lived in her chest her entire life. "No one loves a fat girl, sir. But I can cook." The words fell like stones. Some women looked away. A man snorted softly. Someone laughed. Mary waited for the rejection. She always did. But Ethan didn't laugh. He studied her, not her size, not her posture, but her eyes. Tired, honest eyes that had learned endurance instead of hope. "You can cook," he repeated. "Yes, sir," she said quickly. "Enough for ranch hands. Enough for winters. Enough to make a place feel alive." Silence stretched. Then Ethan said something no one expected. "Come with me." Gasps rippled through the camp. Mary's knees nearly gave way. "Sir," she whispered. "I need someone who knows work," he said. "Not someone who thinks beauty keeps a house standing." And just like that, her life shifted. The ranch was farther than she imagined. Miles of land rolled under an unforgiving sky. The house stood alone, strong, plain, and quiet like the man who owned it. Mary unpacked her single bag slowly. She expected instructions, rules, distance. Instead, Ethan simply said, "Supper's at sunset." That night she cooked as if her life depended on it. Because it did. She made bread from scratch. Soup thick with herbs she'd saved for years. Meat tender enough to forgive old teeth. Ethan ate silently. One bite, then another. He stopped. Mary's chest tightened. "Is it bad?" she asked softly. He looked at her. "No," he said. "It tastes like someone stayed." Her eyes burned. That night, for the first time in years, she slept without fear of being sent away. But peace never lasts where wounds are buried. As days passed, the ranch began to change. The house smelled warm again. The dogs followed her. The workers smiled more. And Ethan, quiet, guarded Ethan, found himself lingering near the kitchen longer than necessary. But the world does not forgive women like Mary easily. Whispers traveled fast. A fat woman living alone with a widowed rancher? She must have trapped him with food. Men are fools. Mary heard every word. and each one reopened old scars. One night she stood alone in the kitchen, tears dropping into dough she no longer had strength to knead. Ethan entered quietly. "Why are you crying?" he asked. She wiped her face quickly. "I'm sorry, sir. I'll finish supper." "That's not what I asked." Her shoulders shook. "They're right," she whispered. "I don't belong here. I never do." Ethan was silent for a long moment. Then he said words that would change everything, but not yet. Because first, the ranch would be tested, and so would her heart. Voiceover subscribe hook, natural and emotional. If this story touched something inside you, if you believe that kindness, strength and quiet love still matter, then subscribe to the channel. Because the next chapter will reveal the rancher's reply, and the truth that no one saw coming.